Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to ncêled. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, to all these Palestinians living abroad, especially the ones in the US and other places that are causing problems for the people that are in Gaza, I hope you all are seeing what is going on because it is really playing out. And I hope you all reap the fruits of what you all sow because that is exactly what you all deserve, especially Maya and her cohort. Okay, for those that do not know, Maya is back online after collecting money from whoever she collected money from to come out here to spread misinformation and disinformation and then being anti-Black. See, there are some people that if I see tomorrow, what I will do to them, I am going to reset their brain, and Maya is one of them. Maya's brain needs to be reset, but she will be the one to reset her own brain, not anybody. So she is telling us that now she can see what is going on because the next person is not having it. He is saying, I am going to clean Gaza and I am going to send them to Jordan and Egypt. She came out to say that the present regime is a psychopath, that she only said that people shouldn't vote for Kamala Harris. And she also did not vote for Trump. So who did you vote for? Justine. A vote to Justine is a vote to who? It looks like some people do not understand how this politics work. But I put it to you, Maya, you voted for Trump. Let's get into this video.
Before I get into this video, I need everybody watching this to acknowledge that Palestinians did not elect Trump into office. Palestinians didn't vote for Trump except for a minority of Palestinians in Michigan. I made multiple videos critiquing Trump before his election, like this, and many more on my page if you look on my Instagram and my TikTok. And all the hatred pointed at Palestinians for Trump's win should be pointed at the people who actually voted for him, not the people who just didn't vote for Kamala, because we did not cause him to win. Now we can get into it. Trump is a fucking psychopath. You can say I told you so, but we did not want him to win. I never said anybody but Kamala. I simply said I'm not voting for Kamala. I'm also not voting for Trump. His first week of office, he's already pulled out of the Paris climate deal, pulled out of the United Health Organization, or is trying to, made various threats about deportation, criminalization of refugees, and worst of all, he's talking about clearing out Gaza. The good news is he said that he was going to clear out Gaza and send them to Jordan and Egypt, and Jordan came out immediately and said, we are not taking these people because they are staying in their home. A lot of people are asking, well, what do we do now? We're going to keep doing what we were doing before. Protest, protest, protest. Literally use the words clean out Gaza, which is what was happening before anyway, but just hearing it so straight up is very scary. Biden started a job. Trump seems like he is bound to finish it. But this doesn't feel different yet than what we've experienced before. I'm not justifying it. I wish Trump was not in office. Biden and Trump are two sides of the same coin, except Trump will say it out loud and Biden will do it sneaky style while being like, I want peace for everyone. It's scary. I'm mostly scared about the immigration. There's a lot of resources on how to protect immigrants, which I'm going to start posting more on here. Palestinians are scared, and Palestinians are not to blame. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to keep fighting like we've been forever. Also, this man is literally a Zionist. Like, all of these anti-Palestinian videos he makes is to make people hate Palestinians and support Zionism. Before I get into this video, I need everybody watching this to acknowledge that Palestinians did...
Yes, you did, Maya, because not voting for Kamala Harris is the reason why Trump is in office. You said you wasn't voting Kamala Harris and you're not voting Trump, so you refused to vote. And refusing to vote is what caused Trump to do this to people in Gaza. Did you know that you got a ceasefire at the last minute from Joe Biden only for Trump to want to turn around and revoke that? Joe Biden, they were the ones who got that ceasefire deal. Now Trump wants to revoke. Yes, you cannot sit here and absolve yourself and say, well, because I didn't vote for Trump or I didn't tell people to vote for Trump, it's not my fault. Kamala Harris had great policies. Whether or not you didn't like some of them, it would have helped other people. You only think about Gaza's and Palestinian. You don't think about the minorities that are now going to be affected under Trump's presidency. There you go again, only thinking of yourself. You were anti-Black. You caused Black women to be attacked. That one woman got attacked constantly in her videos because of your post and you want to sit here and say like, oh, it wasn't me, oh, I didn't do that. Yes, you did, Maya. You're the reason why minorities are being targeted now, why there's mass deportation, because you said you wasn't going to vote at all. Not voting at all is the reason why we are here, the reason why it's happening to your people in Gaza. You would have never known what Kamala Harris would have done if you would have used your brain. It doesn't make sense. You vote Kamala Harris, or you allow Trump to get into office. Either or. There was no third party. There was no not choosing to vote. You had to vote Kamala Harris. That's all minorities asked. You caused black women to get attacked. You're anti-black. You literally don't care. You want to absolve yourself of being the problem, but you are the main reason why. Where's Jill Stein? Ask yourself that. She's not here. She's nowhere. She's silent. You want to come back and absolve yourself and say, I'm not the reason why Trump is in office. Okay, well then if you didn't vote, 20 million people didn't vote. This was like record lows. More people voted for Joe Biden than for Kamala Harris. Now we're stuck with these policies of mass deportation. We're stuck with Trump, who now wants to try to make it where he can never vote again. And there's actually a Republican drafting up a bill so that people will never have to vote again. He wants to draft up a bill for Trump to keep him in office for infinity. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. So do not sit here and say that you are not a part of the problem. Not voting is the problem. And if you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. All of a sudden, now it's not your fault. You want to cry that you got bullied. I'm a 22-year-old getting bullied. Well, then get off the internet, because you're the problem. If you can't see why what you did was a problem, then I don't know what to tell you. Thanks to you, Trump is in office. And I am going to say that it is your fault. Take accountability. Thanks.
Trump is a fucking psychopath. You could say I told you so, but we did not want him to win. I never said anybody but Kamala. I simply said I'm not voting for Kamala. I'm also not voting for Trump.
Baby, stop the gaslighting. You're not trying to have no conversation for real. You got your comments off. You're not trying to see the comments. You just running your mouth. This is what happens when you are a pseudo-activist, okay? When you only make money off of putting videos out, fear-mongering your community. Because this only affects people that are in Gaza. If you live in America, a lot of these Palestinians, I'm going to be honest with you, they don't give a damn unless they got actual family members over there. That's just me being real. And shit, probably then they still don't care because they live in America. But to have the conversation, the reason why you got to vote within your interests. And if we put the interests on the board in front of someone like Maya, okay? We've seen 4 years of Trump. We've known Trump's past when it comes to minorities and how he sees minorities. We've seen that. We also understood Kamala Harris's position, right? She's the vice president. She can't do anything. She doesn't have the power to stop anything that's happening over in Gaza right now, right? Or she didn't have anything, right? Trump has been president, and we've seen how he treats minorities when he is president, okay? You got to vote within your interests. There was nothing Trump or Jill Stein had that was within your interests. That is a fact. They were just fear-mongering the whole time. They didn't present a plan. They didn't present anything.
We voted for him, not the people who just didn't vote for Kamala, because we did not cause him to win.
Yeah, you did. You let this happen, and you know it, but you just don't want to admit it. You don't get to complain about Felton 47. You don't get to complain about Palestine. You knew exactly what was going to happen if this asshole got back in, and you let it happen. You let it happen for some bullshit political, ideological purity that you just couldn't let go of. This is your fault. It's all of your fault. If you didn't support the person who was most likely to beat him, it's your fault. It is. You don't get to deny that.
Before I get into this video, I need everybody...
No, I'm going to stop you right there. You are a liar, you are a fraud, and you have the blood of the Palestinian people drenched so deeply into your soul for the atrocity that you allowed to happen because you decided to be racist, misogynist, and basically completely ignoring the actual problem because it was giving you clout, it was getting you attention, and it was driving up the number of views on your page. You have that so deeply soaked into your soul, so deeply soaked into your soul, that you will never, ever escape from it. And right now, you are trying to dig yourself up out of this hole that you have put yourself in, and you cannot do that. You spent so much time going after the people who were trying to alleviate, I'm not even going to say fix, because the thing is, like, they were trying to alleviate some of the issues happening, alleviate some of the atrocities happening, and hopefully work up to stabilizing, at least for enough time for something better to happen. But you chose to not do that. And I'm not fully jumping down, because the thing is that during that campaign, a lot of shit could have been done better. A lot could have been done better. The fact that they didn't allow anybody from Palestine to speak at the DNC, that was a big issue. And I 100% agree that that was a massive fault on their part. But instead of asking them to be better, you decided that you were going to double down. You were going to sit there and say, you know what, if you're not going to be better right now, and you basically leverage purity politics towards one specific person who is not in the full position to make the change that you were asking them to do, but if they had been voted in, would have been in the position to make that change. But you decided that your purity politics and your clout chasing were more than enough for you to grab whatever attention that you could, and look what happened. So don't say that you didn't vote for Trump or you didn't ask people to vote for Trump. What you did was you told people to not vote for Harris. And that's as good as voting for Trump. Honestly. I really don't know what you're thinking, why you're continuing to do what you're doing, but I just want you to know that you are a terrible person. You will forever have this on you. No matter who you change, if you change your name, change anything about you, go into hiding, this will always be on you. This will be on you for the rest of your life. And if anything happens now, you are directly responsible for it. You and everybody else who followed your path are 100% directly responsible for it. The fun thing, too, that I want to also point out is that you have not given one specific thing to do now that this is happening, but you have just spent your entire time attacking people for things. You have not come to the table with one solution, but you continue to come to the table with attacks. And that's a big thing. You continue to attack people because that's getting you attention. That's all you know how to do, is attack people. You do not know how to provide any sort of feasible solution because you never had one. You never had one. There's no apologies to get you out of this. There's nothing. You have done what you have done, and you are a terrible person. Terrible.
It wasn't your choice to make, Maya. It was never your choice to make. That's why so many of us have such a big problem with you, because it was never your choice to make. Palestinians in Palestine made a choice. They said that they prefer we vote for Kamala Harris. But their choice, their choice wasn't in line with your choice. It wasn't in line with your agenda. You know, you're quite the propagandist, young lady. You sure are. You've got a gift, some would say. It's unfortunate that you used it. against your own dying people. It was never your choice. Ever. I'd like to know how much. What's the price? What's the price you were paid? The cost per Palestinian life. I mean, shit, just in the Creator Fund alone, you had to have racked up a killing. I would like to know how much. Transparency is key, Maya. Because not only did you play with your people's lives, you played with my people's lives. So that makes it my black ass business. What price did you put on my people to spew your propaganda? How can you be so obtuse to say something like this? You take no ownership over what you've done. You have a massive following. And we've seen you weaponize that following before. And right now, this very moment, your people need that mob more than anything. And you're over there doxing IDF soldiers. Yes, ma'am. What are you on? We all have a right to know. This is our fucking country. And it's your people's lives.
I need everybody watching this to acknowledge that Palestinians did not elect Trump into office. Palestinians didn't vote for Trump except for a minority of Palestinians.
Let me just be honest with you. I think that Maya needs to take some accountability for telling Palestinians not to vote for Kamala Harris and to vote for a different candidate such as G0t. I understand that you didn't tell Palestinian people to go vote for Donald Trump, but you also told them not to go vote for Kamala Harris. Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of influencers get on this app and don't understand that their words have power, and your words have power over your community and who they voted for in the 2024 election. It is still free Palestine over here with me. I am still not drinking no Starbucks. I am not eating McDonald's. I am still boycotting those brands because I don't believe a genocide is right. But I also feel like you as an influencer, you should really know what you're saying and how your words can impact a group of people. So I don't want to make this like a controversial thing, a back and forth thing, because that's not my style. I don't do that. However, I think that this is a moment for you to sit back and reflect on your actions and your behavior and to do better in the future. That's it. That's all.
Get into it. Trump is a fucking psychopath. You can say I told you so, but
You by far have got to be the most disingenuous person I've ever seen on this app, but maybe in my life. You, Maya, are to blame for Trump being in office. And you just so happen to be a Palestinian American, I'm thinking. I don't even know where you're from. A vote for no one was a vote for Donald Trump. You and your 2 million cult following that you have over there, y'all are the reason that that man is in office right now. You. Oh, I never told anyone not to vote for Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now you're lying. And you have your comments off because you know you're wrong. You know you're so wrong. For months you got on this app and you berated Kamala for her policies. You blamed her for what's going on in Palestine, even though she's the freaking vice president and has little to no say-so on those types of policies. Be so for real. You were so disingenuous in blaming that administration for what's going on in Palestine when the conflict between Palestine and Israel has been going on for decades. And I'm sure one of the videos that you clipped in that video that you were talking about Trump was one of the maybe 2 videos that you made. Your entire page was dedicated to getting people to not vote for Kamala. And you're lying now. You don't get to disappear off of this app when the election happens and then come back and say, haha, I told you so. No, you are going to take blame for this. This is your fault. And when your rights start to get stripped away, I don't want to hear it. Don't come on here asking anybody for help because no one's coming to save you. This is your fault. I watched the entire ordeal that happened with Tori, and I saw everything that you said to her. You are such a liar.
Now we can get not the people who just didn't vote for Kamala because we did not cause them to win.
Yes, you did. You quite literally did. The number of people who just didn't show up to vote, who couldn't be bothered to show up to vote. If you all just showed up to vote, because yes, there was a lot of things that we didn't agree upon with Kamala, but if you all had just shown up to vote, the election most likely would have turned out very different. And we wouldn't be in the situation we are now, with mass deportations, with people losing their rights, with all of the shit that's going on right now. If y'all just showed up and voted, we wouldn't be here. And real quick, remind me what he wants to do with Gaza?
The people who just didn't vote for Kamala because we did not cause them to win. Now
that creator is so disingenuous. Not her trying to say that just because she didn't vote for Kamala, not to blame her. Like, seriously, girl, you told your the people on your platform that you weren't going to vote for Kamala, and basically strongly suggested that they didn't either because Kamala wasn't doing anything on Palestine. And now you're moaning about, like, Donald Trump. Well, I'm not sure what you expected. Voting for Kamala was about harm reduction. It was the least worst option, but you decided to stay home, not vote, just to suck it to Kamala. She will be just fine. Palestine, on the other hand, who knows? Jesus Christ, who knows? But yeah, let's not be disingenuous about that. If you did not vote for her, it was a plus for Trump, and you helped him win. Own that. Own it. Not you gaslighting your followers and pretending that you didn't have a hand in his win. Girl, you did. That man told you what he was going to do. You helped him. And it's okay. Own it. Yeah, I'm not accepting that gaslighting that you're just doing there. Fuck that. Nah.
So this is all I got from this video. And Maya is absolutely gaslighting herself. And that is what I will say. And some of you are not going to see this. Some leftists will not see this, right? To caution or to... But then I remember that some people supported her back then when she was dragging black people, black women and all that. It was okay. They were very okay with her doing everything she was doing and the rest of it. But I will leave you people. There are some things you don't argue too much. But I hope you all are saying this so that before you come out to tell people that I hear some people are laughing at this and that and that, what did they do? Now, she has the guts to come out to talk about Trump. Now, let me tell us something. When you refuse to listen, when your elders are talking, trust me, that thing you think you were right, you absolutely will repeat it and repeat it again. Now, Maya thinks she can come out to gaslight herself, because each time I say she is not gaslighting me or gaslighting black people, she is gaslighting herself because she knew what she did. Now, let me tell you something. When you came out, she has over 2 million something viewers following, right? When you come out and say, I am not going to vote for Kamala Harris, you told your followers not to vote for Kamala Harris. And you say you went, so who did you vote for? Who did you, Maya, vote for? It looks like the money you took, it's already finished, right? And you are coming back. Like what she said she is going to start posting on how to maneuver immigration, ICE, and all that. She said we, she and who? Oh, was she speaking French? Because I do not understand we. Really, these people are they are making me tired, because I do not know how people will say the truth and come out to lie to people. Because she lied. Not only did she lie, she doubled down, tripled down on all of it, all together. She said we are the trouble. They all said that we are the problem. Black people are the problem. I don't know if you all remember how she had a very huge fallout with a black woman, Tori, that got the internet talking somewhere. Like, she is correct about what? The fact that some of you people are so sentimental, or like use sentiment to cover your brains up, is really something that I do not understand. And why they were even talking about, are we going to vote for Kamala Harris and all that? Kamala Harris, she has a better policy for everybody, not just for everybody. And she is the person that everybody could she was ready to listen to people. But you all crucified her. Why? To you all, she wasn't doing anything because she was your president. And the fact that you all left your president to drag a woman that is the vice president till the last day of her office shows how ignorant you people are. Now, when we talk about qualification, how would you people see her qualification when you all are partially blind? How will you see? Her policy was straight up that she was ready to help people. The other one policy was also straight, because that man did not lie about his policy. You all saw his policy and still decided to gamble. Then you gambled and you failed. Now black people are the ones that cause the problem, because it is always black people. Everything on earth is caused by black people. If it is not black people, who will it be? Who else will you call? Who else would you call? Now, I love how the whole thing is playing out, because if you all had done the right thing, I hope the person that came out to say that people are laughing at the people they are deporting, I hope you are seeing all this video, because if you all did the right thing, I am sure we won't be here talking about deportation. Yes, I and you will not be living in. I see a lot of you all running around looking for a way to get passport. Right? You are all running out. You need your passport. You need to get your passport ready. And I saw in the comment section saying, man, I am struggling with my rent, with all this policy flying around. And I do not even have $120-something to get my passport ready. You all thought it's a child's play. Some of you all do not understand what is going on. But you all will learn the hard way. I am not trying to fearmonger anybody, because what you people did before the election was going around to fearmonger people not to vote. And now you want to tell me that Trump is a psycho. Now, is it now you know? You know now, right? You all haven't seen anything. Better be ready, because you all don't know it's batch by batch. It's going to reach everybody's batch, including some Africans that supported him. You all know I am African, right? But I am not going to say the truth and cover it up. So everybody get ready, get up. Now I am talking about Hispanic or Latinos does not mean that when they start deporting Africans, I definitely will bring it here. Trust me on that. Bye for now.